Okay, I'm making this video because somebody asked me on the comments on one of the last videos why I said I like this system so much. What I'm going to do is I'll just explain the bits I do like. I'm not going to go into the mechanics of it all hangs together because that'll make the video far too long. First thing is the whole system is geared around command points and dispatch points. These determine what you can do with the units under your control and when you can do it. They create a system where you're always wanting to do more than you can do. There's never enough command points or dispatch points to do what you want. It creates a fog of war which is excellent. Also, because of the way you use dispatch points to put things in the draw cup, you have chits, different types of chits and things, and you can buy chits, formations. You never know what order those chits are going to come out. You could have this brilliant plan. All right, we'll move this unit here and we'll capture that particular point, and then next minute you find that the Germans have moved a unit into that particular hex because they drew their chit first. So I love that. Another element of fog of war that I really love are these little event counters. It seems so silly, but when the Allies come into contact with these, they flip over. And unfortunately for the Allies this time, we've got a German Kampfgruppe in this area, and the two event chips they've revealed are both Panzer Grenadier units. The first of which we got rid of, but it wasn't an easy job. Next thing I like about it is I like the fact that you've got opportunity fire in this game. Units have fire zones around them, so they can project power into those zones. Now, if you move in those zones or do a movement type activity in those zones, it gives them the ability to opportunity fire when in your phase. Okay. Now there's ways of getting rid of that. You can use indirect fire to put barrages on which reduce their fire zones to the immediate surrounding hexes. You can also use barrages to suppress units which make them incapable of firing at all. You've also got a concept of cohesion damage. You can take cohesion hits, which 2 cohesion hits is okay, and then you take the third one and you lose a step. So it adds another level of granularity. Not only have you got steps, so you can have 2, 1 or 0 step unit, you've also got cohesion. So multi-step units, they can have there's another 2 layers of combat effectiveness. If that makes sense to anyone. It makes sense to me. I like the concepts here of the different types of guns and things. They all have colour codes. And you get a fire against armoured targets and fire against unarmoured targets. This gives you a lot of extra depth. So an artillery unit can be a couple of things. It could be a dual purpose, a thing like an anti-tank gun, anti-aircraft gun, so like an 88, which would be a dual purpose gun, or it could be a mortar, or it could be indirect high explosives, or even direct explosives. So it's not always a case of you've got an artillery unit and it can do this. You've got different types of units that may appear to be the same, but they have an extra level of, I don't know what to describe, functionality embedded in them. Another really good thing, which may not be terribly epic in terms of gameplay, is the way that the maps are done. So it's this little dot in the centre that determines the terrain. So you can have these fantastic maps with really sort of like photorealistic terrain on them, but they still operate on the basis that each hex has a terrain. So it just makes the maps look really, really nice. So that's just an aesthetic thing. Another thing, I just like the company level fighting. It gives a level of granularity in terms of units on the board without creating a complete mess. Now we go back to a game we were looking at a couple of days ago, Barlev. You're ending up with stacks of about 10 units, and it was just a mess. It just didn't work very well. This just all hangs together. You've really just got to try it to appreciate how well it works as a system.